Alright guys, let me see here. Yeah, look at this little beaut. A giddy cart. Makes you all giddy. So she's a runner, 3.5. Tecumseh. New little carb on it. So we're going to trick it out. We're going to paint it. Do some welding actually first. I got it missing this. So I'm going to cut that piece, weld that up in there. I'm going to do something with the bumper to fancify it maybe. Oh, I got to fix that. Yeah, so the way I got it is missing the nut. Yeah, got some spares over there somewhere. We're going to weld up something here to put a spare tire on like a Jeep. Gonna put some air horns on it, some off-road lights, get rid of the seat, and flash it out. Madness. In order to run the what do we have here? Some Harbor Freight wire covering. Oh yeah, here are the lights. Gonna wire this up, get them lights on there. Yeah, I don't know, kind of like maybe both of them right up there. If you put them down low, maybe one down low and one up high. I don't know yet because always smash it if it's down low. So if they're up high, unless, or maybe you smash the one down here and you need the one up there. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I did get a battery for free at the dump. Actually, it has a good charge on it. I'm gonna make a battery bracket down here somewhere. I'll run the air horn and the... I got some of this TV. Actually, I think this is gonna work perfect. I'll cut this piece out right there, unbolt it, and I'll use that as a battery tray. Alright, let's move. Yeah, when you have a mess of tools like me on Not Nice, I can't find the nut for that. Or the, on my other grinder, the special little, so I'm using, that, but I ain't gonna, it's just gonna, ain't gonna take too long anyways. Just gonna weld that right into in there somehow. Yep, boom. I'm gonna use this thing. I got other sanders, I'm just gonna try that one just to clean up where I'm gonna weld. There's a Bauer. I love this thing for woodworking, metalworking. I'll put it in the link in the description if you guys are interested. I love them. Alright, good enough. Yeah. So, guys, I bought this welder, 25 bucks. MIG 125 and cool, I don't know. I have a stick welder, small little China Amazoner. That thing's a jerk. I've never tried this one in there, so we're gonna give it a whirl. I just took the grinder there. Yeah. Woohoo! I'm gonna probably stick a bolt that's gonna go all the way through, or not all the way through, but I don't know, just to strengthen it, and then probably just weld it. I don't know. This one's about as stupid as me. I gotta try to wrench this up into here. I tried to strap it and that didn't work. I don't know. I might just tack it here and in there and then just put something over this. I don't know yet. So this bolt came out of right there, kind of like where that pin goes, which somewhere that's going to be my, let's see. Yeah. That is awesome. I helped stabilize that, and I'm just at some point going to tack that on there. Yeah. Alright, so we're over here. We had to beat that thing like it owed us money. Keyway's stuck in there. We tried to drill it out. It didn't work, so...
Oops, I didn't want to do that.
we took the bolt out. What'd you do?
I cleared a notification that said suspect in custody. I wanted to click on it, not clear it.
I gotta pull that out, take this off, because I think the keyway's stuck in here also. Not sure, 100%. But I don't know, he just took off like he owned the thing.
You want to know what I think?
I think Nate's stuck in it.
I think that's why they cut this bar.
That's still too narrow.
In order to get in and out, though. I think that's why they cut that
No,
off.
dude, no, look how skinny you would have to be. So Nate helped me. We had to redo this whole axle, kind of. Yeah, it wasn't fun, but we did it. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Just no room. So we found out if you go through the front, watch out for cars. Alright, so this is where we're going to do the giddy card in. I wiped it down, did a little scuffing. Nobody needs to watch me spray paint, but I don't know, maybe you do. I refinish furniture for a living, make furniture, refinish it, and sawdust sucks. I don't like the smell of this shit. I'm going to be cutting this seat out. Haven't done that yet, but I will. Just want to get a little bit of a coat on it. Let it dry overnight. Not that you need to let it dry this long, but we still got some daylight. I might as well do something, right? Yeah. I like this, how this stuff lays down too. I'll be able to do this in one can. And then I got a special, I'm going to do just a line of purple coming up that way. After all this dries in a day or two, because I still have to add the lights, the horn. I'd like to, instead of having the kill switch button down over there, I'd like to have it over here maybe. What do you guys think? And I also like to have it ready to sell by this weekend. I don't know, today's Thursday. There's really not much. The axle is the biggest thing. Getting the proper nut, the keyways in, getting it all unfrozen, and then all back together again. Oh yeah, it's right there, that jerk. Because since it's the drive wheel, it's the only one that has like the keyway in it or whatever. You know? Spray this way. Alright, getting ready to do another session. So I got a bunch of these seats for free at the school. They're small. small little guys. You know, they're gonna fit perfect in that little mini bike. So what I'm gonna do, these are cool because it has the holes right here. I can get in from there. I'm gonna chop suey times 2. Chop suey times 2. And we're gonna get in here. Paint came out nice. And then chopstick them in there somehow. Oh well, I'm gonna need 8 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I'm gonna have to buy those tomorrow. I don't have 8 of the same. And then just drill through the floor there. And look what I picked up today. That'll be next. I cleaned it up. I ran on a little bit of boost fuel, or a little spray. I mean, yeah, 3.5 to pump some. I need to figure out got this all wonky. He bought it off Amazon, and this didn't thread into there, so figure something out with that. Kill switch does work. It's kind of robust. It's nice. Got Harley Davidson handles. It's not like a mini bike, definitely bigger. Pretty cool. So that's in the works. I just actually cleaned it up. Motor, gonna have to clean the carb on it and then put it back in and see what happens. All right, so you don't need to see me cutting anything. That's pretty good. All right, not bad. Good height. You know what? I might clean this up some and leave this. Maybe just take the padding off. It's nice to have the board here. I gotta cut those off. Be nice to have the board here. Maybe if I just take this dumb padding off, paint the board, and these will sit down nice and give it, because down here, you see this right here? It's kind of in the way. The seat prevents it from going back farther. So I have this nice, after cutting that, it's a nice base where I can just 4-bolt them right through that, right? Sounds good. Yeah, get rid of this crap. Says free. Kind of cool. Actually, this go-kart was pretty much free. I don't know if I told you guys how I got it. I got it because I got a free generator on the side of the road, and I traded a guy a generator for this. He wanted $100 for it, and even I told him I'd give him 100. But he asked me what he had for motors, and I'm like, oh, I got a 7500 or 6500 watt generator. Just needs a carb, maybe some other things. Who knows? Yeah. So that wasn't too bad. Oops, sorry. Oh, they fit perfect, guys. Look at that. The seat belts run through. I'm gonna clean this board up a little bit. Probably sand that edge. Or not, I don't know. Paint it black. Paint it black. Yep. It's the answer to everything. What was that band? Rolling Stones said paint it black, right? Speaking of music, here we go. Get copyright crap if I oh my gosh, he's taking over. And oh, maybe he's stopping. All right, got the mess out. I mean, this lighting kit seems high quality. Yeah. I mean, it was $23. Heck, you go to the hardware store and just this fuse is $6.99. I know, I bought one, including the fuses. Instruction manual. I was looking at this thinking that this was the manual, but it was just a little mini catalog. I was like, oh, the manual. I don't really need it, but... So, I figured out how I'm going to do this. I was going to try to drill... I don't want them on the bumper, because if you crash into something, it's going to take your lights out, right? could mount them up top. Could take them out on branches and crap too. So I'm gonna mount them right up here, right there. And I was gonna drill through that, and I was like, that's gonna be a pain in the ass because this is kind of thick, and I don't want to weaken that. I don't know, but I'm gonna mount, or I'm gonna just tack weld that. I'm gonna just sand, zippity zap, sand, zippity zap. Just got to make sure I have them in the right direction because there is two ways. One way made it so the lights were coming out the right way. So yeah, so we'll figure that out. Bang. Tap it. Let's use my Harbor Freight cool little sander here. I lied. Alright, so I tried to weld this, weld that to that, and it just wasn't working nice. So I drilled it out. I just started with one of these guys, and then I did the back of the hole, just using a regular drill. Yep. Alright, so now I can mount these. Get the lights mounted, a few other things, and then I'm going to do the wiring. No, I lied. Link in the description. Best spray paint I like for go-karts and stuff. I want to paint that where I did all my grinds for the welding before I mount those guys. And of course, a trip to the hardware store because I had to get all the bolts to mount the seats. I realized that's going to be a pain in the ass, but let's a little bit. Yeah. Cool. So, while I let that dry, reflect on life. Now, this. Gonna have air horns, guys. Go hook that shit up. Got the battery right there. So battery, oh yeah, I gotta still make a battery tray. Damn it. What the heck? That's right, I'm gonna have to cut up that thing. Do some, yep. Guys, I'm in like slow motion. Alright, yeah. They're on there. Each light has four screws. Alright, let's mess with that. Alright, they're looking good. Yes. My favorite 10 mil. If you guys work on a lot of go-karts and stuff, any type of small engine, the best. I mean, they just work. I mean, buy like 3 or 4. Link in the description, obviously. Alright, so light's going to be up. Then, I don't know, fall off into the twilight zone for a second and then right back to it. Okay, this is the question. To horn or not to horn? Which one? Honestly, tell me what you guys think. Well, you'll see next which one I decide to go with. Well, what a bunch of jerks. You know, freaking wires with this thing? Heck. I guess, yeah, you can make some choices. I don't have a lot of this line. I'm gonna have to go buy some. I mean, if I put them up here, right? These are cheap plastic. I see it breaking easy. I do have another horn somewhere too, a big single one. You know what? I might just save the, yeah, the other horn. Where the hell would that be? Alright, I did a little touch-up paint. So I have to paint, I painted that board a little bit. And that, so it's not so woody looking. Another coat on that. But, so that board is what I'm going to screw the compressor to. The relay. Why is that so zoomed in? The relay, and also the back of this board I'm going to use, you know, to mount the lighting stuff. After I mount that, I gotta make a freaking battery tray somehow. I don't know yet how I'm gonna do that. Yes, so let's think here. I don't know. I'm gonna mount the compressor here. Yep. And then, or maybe the compressor in more, and then the two horns. Maybe one facing that way, the other one facing this way. I gotta move on this. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Can somebody help me? Yeah, I don't know, man. I took the board off. That way I can mount. Because with the motor in the way, I can't mount this nice. And I decided to put it in the back of the seat. Due to the fact that these are cheap plastic, and any small debris, branch, I feel like going to rip it off. So it'll be protected back here. And they didn't give you a lot of hose or any wires. So I'm going to have to... Fucking parts store is already closed. But I don't know. I'm going to mock that up as much. I'm also going to save room for that mess of wires for the lights. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, alright. Yeah. Got that hooked up on the back of the board. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna use this relay. That's if you use it on your car. I don't need that relay. Hook up my own horn switch. I gotta see where I want to mount the lighting crap. Guys, I don't know, man. It just takes me forever to do anything. I'm trying to find crap. I don't even know. But it's nice out. Got the tent up. Yeah. Alright. Let's put that up. Mocking it up. Doesn't hit the motor, which I didn't think it was. Yeah. Bingo. It's gonna be so loud. Compressor's there. I got rid of the I didn't need the relay for this, like I said, unless you're doing your car. But then I mounted the relay for the lights. And now, alright, I've been talking about this because I'm fucking procrastinating it. I think I'm gonna cut this and somehow mount that in there. It almost looks like it works because I'm gonna make it work. I hate cutting crap, but I gotta disassemble some of this. You can see I gotta take that off, take that off, take that off. Maybe even use a tape measure. I don't even know where a tape measure is. That's probably better that I don't use a tape measure. Yeah, alright, battery box time, because I really gotta hook up the battery. And I'm gonna make it so like straps, and yeah, who knows. Yeah, I should. Yeah. It's gonna rain. So I got the tent up. It's good. Alright, so. Well, yeah, see, them holes are kind of screwy. Maybe if I use the middle part, I cut out the middle part of it. And, yeah, measure. I don't know. It'll work, right? TV, it's for TV. Yeah. You know what? I'm excited. I'm getting closer. So I drilled this hole. What was it? I drilled that hole right there. So then, you see the seatbelt bolt? It's gonna slip in there. I gotta take this nut off so I can bolt that in there. And I'm gonna cut this away because the seatbelt holder's in the way. And that way I can get that up against this so I can bolt through that, bolt. Ain't gonna be a bolt back there. But the battery sits. Let's see if I can do this without it. Nope. So that took my slow loss about an hour. I have it bolted there. Got a bolt going through there. The back part's floating, but it's rigid enough. Cause the way how I cut this out, yeah, it's all good. Yeah. So shit. 2, 4, 8. I gotta drill 8 holes through the pan now before I put that on. I gotta figure out how. Oh boy. Yep. I hope that. I'm gonna say 20 minutes tops. If I'm vibing. Yeah. So I had to make a template. I just did like impressions. Might be kind of, yeah, you can see them now. So I can. It's not gonna be easy. I tried to do it with paint first. That didn't work. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to put the bolt going through, And then the nut's gonna be at the bottom. I wish it was the other way around, but whatever. And I'm gonna make the holes a little bit bigger in case if anything doesn't want to line up so nice. This is what I use. These step bits. I like them. Yes, this is Harbor Freight. Put the link in the description. It's like not a one. Yeah, no, it's just awesome. It's my go-to. Well, that's surprising. I actually measured right. See? Oh, gee, my finger in the way. Yeah, right there. There we go. Right there and back there. 4. And my thing worked. Guys, if you ever find school chairs, I got a bunch of these. Anybody want to buy them? I got different colors. I got the blue one over there. I use them for seats to work on. I got like 15 left. Look at that for a go-kart. Some of the frames are different. I was lucky these had holes in them. Trying to get those bolts in there, not nice. And then I'm gonna grind off after I bolt it down there. And I have to do that one. Oh, guess what else I gotta do? These seats are grimy. I'm gonna get a magic eraser them and clean them up. I'm not gonna paint them. I'm gonna keep them orange. Yep. Well, that took not as long as the other things. Yep. All right. So I know. Get a tripod. I don't like tripods. I do sometimes. So I gotta grind that thing off. Actually, no. There was enough clearance with the seat. That was just the old seat thing. Take it off. Yeah. And we'll get some seats on this thing. Alright, let's see if we can get them any cleaner. Purple power, multi-power, or whatever. This, and then, you know, a little bit of this. They'll be good. They cleaned up better, but I don't know. I'd hate to paint them and have it, like, flake off. I think I just need some better cleaner. But, regardless, they're getting bolted. You definitely would never want me on the pits. Pit row, man. No. Alright, all the holes are drilled. You know what I just realized also I have to do before I even bolt the seats in? Can you guess? Alright, yeah, so what I was saying is I gotta strap the battery. And I'm gonna come up from underneath here, hook it to that. Some sort of metal strap. I'm gonna go up here, come over here and bolt onto the board. So I haven't put the bolts in yet because I keep removing, taking that thing off and on. So yeah, but that'll be a clean fit. It's not perfect, but it works. And also, I mean, just a battery tray. I'd probably keep calling it a box. I don't think it is. All right, let's get these things in. Oh boy, I'm not lying. Boy, did I have a blast doing that. It would have been easier, but since the chairs fit, as they're just so close. They're just. Yeah, my holes had to be cleaned up good, and yeah. All right, I gotta tighten them up. They're all through, and then they kept popping out, and yeah, it was like peekaboo. It was really fun. Aw. Forgot about this one. Gotta mount the spare tire. I gotta make a bracket in the back here. Right. Yeah, so keep it stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm gonna tag that onto the back, run this down, tack it to that, just like with some screws. And that's gonna be my battery holder. Tie down, battery tie down. Thingamabob. Yeah, I think it's gonna work real slick. How about you guys? You guys know the gig. Dude, it's so dark for 7:30ish. I'm gonna go through my pile of nuts and bolts. Screws. And a nice, good, secure lockdown on that battery. Yeah. So I just keep taking this thing apart and taking it apart. So spare tire car. I'm gonna bolt. I think this thing. Let's see here. I'm gonna bolt this my shadow's in the way. Whatever, you get the idea. I'm gonna bolt that there and then drill holes and put big bolt through there, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. It'd be almost kind of cool if this was, my wife's yelling at a skunk. Fun. Jeez Louise. I wonder who Louise was who got such a bad rap. Alright, so you guys, I had taken this TV thing apart. I got this cool T thing, so I put a bolt. Man, my drill bits suck. But I got that lined up. Put a bolt through there. My hands hurt too. And then I'm gonna drill another hole there. Yeah. And then we're gonna mount the tire. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, here we go. Look at that. We got the spare tire on. You see it from this back end, how it goes down like that. Yeah. And that's giddy. Yeah, so you know the gig. It sounds like Fortnite. There's a gun range right over there. Yeah, so I'm gonna start wrapping the cable, fit everything, and then I'll zip tie it after. I think I might be done wrenching. I didn't videotape much the past couple hours. Ran out of zip ties. Yeah, so battery's nice. Have the lights hooked up. I'll show you that in a second. I think this is fried. I messed with it for about an hour. It's brand new. I mean, I wired it right. I did, yeah, no. So if you look over here, I made this. This was just like a thick mud flap. Had them tricky to where to mount it, because I didn't want to mount it up here because that's the handle. Over there was weird, but yeah, we got the off-road lighters. There we go. Wow, what a difference. That light is blinding me. Let's look. Yeah. So yeah, so last night I did a lot. I don't know, the spare tire carrier. Pretty badass. I do have more lights if I wanted to add some, but I don't know. What do I have left, really? Oh yeah, the flag. Right here. It's starting to rain. Under the tarp though, guys. They're worth it. They're so easy to move around. I use it for flea markets and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna see if this won't break in a heartbeat. Flag on it. I think it's looking crisp, guys. Still gotta paint the wheels. A little touch-up paint because I did some grinding and some finagling stuff. All the wires seem to run nice. I have a little bunch up here. I don't know what I want to do with that yet. There's the horn button. I have another button. We'll see. But yeah, no, I mean, I've tried so many different ways. I mean, I bought many of these things before, so that's just toast, or the relay's toast. That's not the relay. The relay's in a box over there. That's for the lights here. I don't know. I think it was a clean, what do you call it? A duded it up. Clean dude up. Just gonna touch up a little paint. Oh yeah, that thing's a jerk. Of course I can't find. Hey, so that keeps coming off the rim. I think I'm gonna try silicone. Of course I can't find my air inflator thingamabob for my air compressor there. I have the air gun. So yeah, see if we can find that. See if my kid wants to give it a try, and then get this sucker up on Facebook Marketplace. So after I had to clean up, because like I said, it started raining and I had a mess out here, I'm gonna start tinkering with that. I'm gonna clean the carb first. I don't know, I keep looking at this Predator engine. The reason why I don't think I want to put it in there, because I like the gas tank there. It looks cool. I don't know, I'm not going to even measure it to see if there's enough clearance. I'm just going to use this motor here, but yeah, because the Predator motor has the gas tank built on it. I mean, not saying that you have to use it really, but I don't know. We'll see. Did I mention that this video is going to be short? Yeah. I've got to change the oil. Yep, gonna do that. Did a few more touch-up spots on it. Yeah, I gotta pull these up. There you go. Yes. Nice. Yeah, buddy. All right. I'll do that. I'm gonna change oil. All right. Oil. Let's see what this looks. I don't even know how bad it is. If it is bad, it looks. I'm gonna water in it. Sick. It looks like crud. Tank. Yeah. Don't be fooled. It's not golden clear. Yeah, you can kind of see the color once we get the sun in it. Yeah. Yeah. And it is done. Oh, yeah. I think this build came out nice and clean. I didn't really build it. I just fancified it. Really pissed off about the horns. Gonna have to return those. But it's pretty much ready to go. What do you guys think of that spare tire back there? I mean, I could have kept going with more lights and stuff. I'm just gonna put a brake light in the back. Not a brake light, just a red light, but I didn't. Because I didn't want it. Yeah, good afternoon. Alright, so I went to Harbor Freight, got myself a new one. This better work. Ended up using zip ties. It's down there. Fortunately, so many freaking holes have been drilled, but whatever. Yeah, so zip tied those down. Gonna get the relays on it. I got a different button for the horn, so we're gonna switch that out with that. And then rewire it all again. Yeah, alright. Be back in like 3 days. I also ended up finding another free battery. This one was much nicer. It's actually a Harley battery. The Davidsons. The wire mess is a lot cleaner without having the bogus horns. She came out good. I like it. So if you enjoyed this little journey with this guy, I call him Maddness, I think. A little wild child, isn't it? If you enjoyed that, this is next. I already started working on it a little bit. I don't go too crazy. There's a lot of people out there doing this. A lot of inspirational videos that I love watching. I'm sure you guys do too. If you like, subscribe and hit that bell, because hit the horn. I can't. It doesn't freaking work. But keep pulling, guys. Keep banging your head too. Let's see if they even start. Turn it on, maybe.